my blade angle adjustment lever was broken, and I got one off of Amazon, and I looked on YouTube to try to find out how to replace it. I didn't see anything, and I tried to put it in. It wasn't so easy, and so I'm just showing this to show how I did it. Did it with the help of my neighbor. We both tried to figure it out. Of course, I didn't take a picture of what the other one looked like. It was broken right here, and only had this one bottom of this lever still in there, but I didn't take a picture of what it looked like, and just took it apart thinking that, oh, this is going to be easy. Yeah, it was a little bit confusing and hard. And then my neighbor said, well, did you take a picture to see if to remind yourself what it looked like? And I said no. So, but we figured it out. You would think it would be simple, but it wasn't. But here's how we took it off. There's some other YouTube videos on how to take the blade off, take the belt off with this apparatus, a come along or ratchet device. Not sure exactly what it's called, but we did it just like YouTube, putting it on here and then putting the other end on this over here to pull it tight, pull the spring tight, and took this cover off to be able to get to the belt. And once that was pretty tight, then I could take the belt off. If you want to notice what the spring looks like in case you took yours apart or it was broken and you don't know how the spring goes, but it might be evident, but it has a little round area here that goes around the shaft, and then you're going through the spring, and then but the lever has to be on this side of this part of the spring, so that it's always going to put tension, wanting to push your lever back into here because you want the pressure to go this way. So your lever has to be on this side of here. So you have to maneuver it. You have to turn your spring a little bit so you can get on that side, get it through, and then put your cotter pin back in. This one's broke. Half of it broke, but there it is. I forgot to tell you that we had to take these 4 bolts off. Yeah, that's something we had to do, and so we took the shield off, took the belt off with it tight, and then loosen these bolts so that the plate could come down, and you can have easier access. I think the whole thing comes out and you can put it all together. And then once you have to fit it through here while you're connecting. And then see, with your plate loose, you can maneuver your plate around your lever. Anyway, so we had to do that, and then we could oh yeah, after we took the belt off, then we could take this thing back off. We could take this come along, or whatever it's called, ratchet strap. We could take that off, and then we could take all the bolts off, and we put our lever back on, and then we could bolt it back up, and then we had to put this thing back on to pull the spring tight, or pull the shaft in tight. We had to hook this thing back on so that we could put the belt back on, and then when with the belt on, then we could put the shield back on, and then once the belt was back on, then we could release this ratchet strap come along thing, and that was it. So it might be a little confusing, and sorry about that, but I couldn't find anything on YouTube. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, or maybe it's so obvious that everyone else, there's no question about it, but I sure did. Guess I'm a novice about it, but that was it. Okay, just in summary, again, had to pull this tight, take off the shield, take off the belt, release this thing, take off the 4 bolts so we can work our spring behind through the shaft and through this plate, and then once we got it back on, screw the bolt back in, hook your strap back up to get it tight, put the belt back on, and put your shield on, and then you can release the ratchet again. I guess if I did it 100 times, it would have been much easier, and I would have explained it a lot clearer. But oh well, just a novice sharing with others who might appreciate this information. So, okay, there it is. Bye.